Look at me. If you are retired, or you are staring retirement right in the face, every single dollar you own has a job to do. It needs to work for you, but it also needs to be protected. You do not have the luxury of time to make up for careless mistakes. Lately, you've probably been hearing a lot about online investing platforms, specifically one called eToro. They talk about copying other investors, buying fractions of stocks, and making the markets accessible. And a question I hear all the time from people in your exact shoes is, Susie, what is the minimum deposit on eToro? Can I just dip my toe in the water? I understand exactly why you are asking this question. The fear driving this question is the fear of the unknown. You are afraid of getting trapped in something you don't understand. You're worried that you'll open an account, put some money in, and then realize there are hidden fees, or that you can't get your money back out when you need it for your monthly bills. You are afraid of losing control of your liquidity. And you should be cautious. Protection Standard, online or offline.so lets answer the question directly, with no games. If you live in the United States or the United Kingdom, the minimum first-time deposit on eToro is $50. Just $50. If you are using a debit card or linking your bank account online, $50 gets you through the door. But listen to me closely, because this is where people get tripped up. That $50 minimum is for your very first deposit. After that first deposit, if you want to add more money later, the minimum drops significantly. In the US, you can add as little as $1 at a time for subsequent deposits. In the UK, it's $10. For most of Europe, it stays at $50. But, and this is a massive but, that $50 rule does not apply to everyone everywhere, and it does not apply to every method of moving money. If you decide that you want to fund your account via an old-fashioned bank wire transfer, the minimum deposit jumps from $50 to $500. $500. No matter where you live. And if you are watching this from another part of the world, like New Zealand, the initial minimum is $1,000. In South Africa, it's $2,000. Why am I telling you this? Because you have got to know the rules of the game before you put your hard-earned money on the line. Now, let's address the real issue. Just because the barrier to entry is low, just because you can start with $50, does not mean you should blindly jump in. There is a psychological trap here. Online platforms make it so easy to deposit money that it feels like a video game. It is not a game. It is your retirement. It is your peace of mind. Here is the question you need to be asking yourself: what am I actually trying to accomplish by putting money into this platform? If you are thinking about using an app like this to chase hot stock tips or trade highly volatile assets because you feel like your retirement nest egg isn't big enough, I need you to pause. Take a deep breath. Fear and panic are the absolute worst financial advisors. Trying to catch up by taking outsized risks with your remaining capital is a recipe for disaster. If you do decide that you want to try online investing, your actionable takeaway today is to use the low minimum deposit to your advantage as a safety mechanism. Do not deposit thousands of dollars on day one. Open the account and deposit the bare minimum of $50 using your debit card. Why? Because you need to test the plumbing. Before you trust any platform with a significant portion of your savings, you need to see how it works. Once that $50 is in, do not just leave it there. I want you to go through the identity verification process immediately. They call it KYC, or Know Your Customer. They will ask for your ID and proof of address. Do it right away. If you don't verify your account, eToro caps your total deposits at $2,250, and more importantly, they will freeze your ability to take your money back out. After you put your $50 in and complete your verification, wait a few days. Then, I want you to initiate a withdrawal. Take $30 back out. I want you to see exactly how long it takes for that money to travel from the app back into your checking account. I want you to see if they charge you a withdrawal fee, which can happen depending on your region and currency. You must know how to exit the theater before you buy a ticket to the show, if the process is smooth. If you understand the layout, and if you feel completely in control, only then do you consider moving more of your money over. And remember, the minimum trade size for stocks on the platform is $10. So even with a small deposit, you can practice without jeopardizing your financial security.